G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 27 of our Sevilla Rebuild. This doesn't feel quite right. Something feels wrong. G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 27 of our Sevilla Rebuild here on Yelling on the Ball. Today we are taking on Union Berlin, and as you can tell, there's a bit of something different with the channel. We've changed something. Something's a bit new. I keep looking over this side because I'm not obsessed is the word I was going to use, but it's just very distracting having my own face just there. Like it's just a little bit out of my vision. It's very, very off-putting and new, and the first video I'm recording with it, so we'll see how we go. Today is episode 27. We are taking on Union Berlin in the Champions League. It is the final match day of the league phase, the group stage phase, the league, whatever it's called, I can't remember. Before we get into it though, make sure you do leave us a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here, comment what you think of the video, what you think of the bit of a change in the channel, let me know what you reckon. Let's get right into it. Plenty has happened since you were last here. We have played about 2.5 months or something like that since you were last here. So there obviously is going to be heaps that I do have to catch you up on. The first bit, and possibly the most important part, I mean, other than some fantastic league form and some hit or miss Champions League form, is there's been a big transfer. And look, it wasn't one that I had planned, it wasn't one that I'd spoken about or predicted or anything like that. It was just out of nowhere, a big club came in with an offer for someone, and my hands were tied. It is Ecuadorian central defender Piero Hincapié. He has left the club. It was PSG. They came in with a good offer for him. I mean, I think it was only like 37 million or something like that, but yeah, 37 million you can see on the right hand side of your screen here. When they came in with that offer, our hands were tied. He didn't want us to say no. If we had said no, Mr. Hincapié would not have been too happy. So we did make a bit of a profit on him. Maybe would have preferred to keep him around, but at the end of the day, it's good money. We were able to then replace him, so really we can't be too concerned with him having gone. Hopefully the move that we've made makes sense and it moves the team forward from where we have been, I guess. And it does in one respect, because the guy is Spanish. He's only 20 years old though, so he's a new gen player, a regen player, whatever you want to call them. His name is Pape Diedhiou. Pape Diedhiou. I didn't really think about his name when I was signing him. I just sort of signed him because I thought he looked really good. We paid 43 million for him. Yes, it says on your right hand side here, we paid 43 million pounds for him. He's now worth 93 to 106 million pounds, so I feel like we've made a pretty good deal there. He's only on 47,000 a week. He's 20 years old, leadership of 17, positioning of 18, bravery, composure, anticipation, jumping reach. Already came to the fore when in the Super Cup he got a goal and assist on his debut for the club, literally like 1 or 2 days after he had signed for the club. It was just beautiful stuff. Absolutely stunning recruitment. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Other than that though, there really hasn't been too much to write home about in terms of changes in the squad. It's been the same group that you've been expecting. There's been a couple of players complaining, a couple of players happy and sad, and I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said happy and sad. Because they're conflicting. You gotta be one, like in Football Manager, you can't really be both of those. So we've had a number of players complain and needing promises made and things like that. The best way to probably look at that is through the squad hub, where we can see the way that the squad is shaping up. You can also see Ariel Acosta here. He's back. He was on loan, I believe, at River Plate, maybe? Or maybe, yeah, he was on loan here at River Plate. He had a good season there for them, but that season, of course, is now over. So he's back at Sevilla, ready to go into the first team because he is very, very good and he's already playing for Argentina. We just don't really have a spot for him. We just don't have the squad numbers. We don't have the ability to fit him in anywhere. He's also obviously not of EU nationality, so there's definitely, drawbacks and someone's going to have to go before we can actually use his Ella. He is still on the loan list. I've been trying to get him to go, somewhere good, somewhere in Spain, hopefully, so that he's still playing the same sort of football and getting regular football at that. But look, he does look very good, doesn't he? Leadership, teamwork, vision, work rate being 18 with 17 stamina. I really would like to use him. I just don't know if I can. As far as the rest of the squad goes, there is also Jorge Cuenca, who is joining Valladolid at the end of this season. It's the last year on his contract. He wasn't really getting much time. I was pretty happy to see him go because I didn't want to give him another contract. Because at the end of the day, I just wasn't using him. We're going to use Pape instead of him. We're going to use Simakan, Nyonzu obviously, even Wismami will play ahead of him in centre-back. So at the end of the day, I just don't have really a spot for him. As for the rest of the squad, you can also see that Luis Enrique he'll be exploring like options at the end of this contract, which does expire at the end of next season. So we do have about 18 months left, but he probably will go in the summer. He started complaining that he wasn't playing enough. He has actually played 20 matches in this half a season that we've played so far, so I don't know what he's really complaining about. He hasn't got that much time, I get that. Like, maybe he would have liked more, but also he hasn't really performed with 1 goal and 2 assists. Like, he just hasn't really performed when we have someone like a Rooney Bargi. If we go to Rooney Bargi, in, you know, not completely different amounts of times, like fairly similar times, he's got 11 goals and 5 assists, so only, you know, 14 more goal involvements or whatever. I don't know, I'm not good at maths. We've also had players like Oscar talking to us. He's been talking to us about exploring options at the end of his contract. He also wants to play more games. It's just been tough because players like Adrago, Moretti, Venancio have all been very, very good, and then, you know, trying to fit in playing Malero, Oscar, but then also playing Escarela, who also did, if that could go away, complain and wanted more playing time, so he's been playing more. Marimon deserves a chance because he's very good. It's just hard to fit everyone in, I guess. As for the defence, it's been very sound. I haven't been really disappointed with anyone or how they're going. I've been pretty happy with most of them. It's just been a story of injuries though. Like, we've had Nyonzu's been out for a little while now. You can see, what did he do? He twisted an ankle. He's been out for 3 weeks already. Then with just fixture congestion, we've had a number of other players just not able to keep up with it, and that's probably fair enough at the end of the day. And then with suspensions and people getting too many yellow cards and all that sort of stuff, it's been pretty difficult to keep it balanced and keep a happy squad, I guess. As for the best performers in the team, if we sort it by average rating, of course Matthijs Tel is going to be up there. He is up to 37 goals. We're only in January. He did also win, if we go to milestones and awards, where is it? Where are we looking? He did win the World Player of the Year, which, look, I'm going to assume is like the Ballon d'Or, probably. Yeah, that's the Ballon d'Or, looking at who's won it previously. He won the Ballon d'Or having scored 70 goals in 53 appearances, 81 goal involvements all up, which is absolutely crazy. The next best was Erling Haaland, who only had 36, so probably a deserving award winner there. He's then also gone ahead and won the World Footballer of the Year, which, I gotta be honest, I don't really understand the difference. I don't know what the differences are here, but looking at it, yeah, he was pretty good. He deserved it, I think. He's French Player of the Year. He was in the World Team of the Year. Look, he was inducted into the French... What is this? French... What? 11? What? French something 11? He's got 16 goals in 10 games for France. I didn't realise he was going to be this good. When I bought him, like, what did we buy him for? 40 million? 35 million pounds. What? That isn't how it's supposed to be. He's still only 22. It's absolutely ridiculous. If we go to his career stats for Sevilla, 18 goals, 55 goals, that makes 73 goals, and then add that to this season, he's already up to 110 goals for the club in 2.5 seasons. So I think he might be the club's top scorer by the end of the day. As for other good performers, we of course do have Adrago playing very, very well up there. He's played in a number of positions. He is a world-class midfielder now. He's resolute, reputation's worldwide. He's very, very good. I think he was also on the bench in that Team of the Year thingy. No. Alright, well, it doesn't say it, but I'm sure he was. You're just gonna have to trust me. Rooney Bardi has also played very, very well. He's looking very good. It says he's only a 3-star player, but when you look at the stats that he's best at, he should really be up there. Like, with pace, off the ball's good, flair's good, vision's good. He can dribble, he can finish. He's got good technique. He's got 11 goals halfway through the season playing as a winger. Don't really know what more they want from him. Simakan's been very, very good this season when he can be playing. I mean, he's played 25 appearances all up, so he's doing a decent job of it. Wisdom Amy has been a little bit of a problem. You can see in the yellow cards column here, 12 yellow cards in 25 games, so he's had a couple of suspensions. I think, yeah, he's been today, as you can see here, for this game against Union Berlin. He's also already served a suspension in La Liga, but he is also now only 2 games away from another one. So he could probably work on his discipline a little bit. As for the young guns, Mariela Chortu, again, looking absolutely fantastic. 15 finishing, dribbling, 15 vision, 15 pace, agility 17, off the ball 15 as well. Like, he's looking very, very good for a 20-year-old. It's pretty elite, and we only signed him for, yeah, 3.8 million a number of years ago now, and he's really starting to turn up, I guess. He's got 6 goals this season, including some important ones. Not as important as Mr. Escarello, who's wanted by QPR of all teams. We had a couple of games where he scored the only goal, and he just turns up with a goal every now and then, apparently. He is performing decent. Look, we'd like to see more consistency, but again, it comes down to, I think, the squad rotation that we're needing to do, because we just have too many people that deserve time, and people that then complain when they don't get the time, which, fair play to them, they deserve it. So, I mean, I can't really complain that they're complaining about it. Then, as for the competitions, since you were last here, we'll go to the schedule. The last video was all the way back up here somewhere. It was here against Granada on the 7th of November. We've then gone on a bit of a run until we've come up against Barcelona, where after 8 minutes, Wagner Venancio and his goddamn 20 aggression got the better of him, and he got sent off 8 minutes in. I was filthy. You can see, don't know if it's here. Yep, didn't start the following game. Didn't start the game after that. Didn't start against Real Madrid. So you could say I was a little bit miffed with him. Did he start here? Where is he? Is he here at all? Did he play? Where is he? There he is. He's not here. Yeah, I was pretty pissed. So we ended up, I think it was the best run in like Spanish football history. We won like 22 or 23 on the trot, which is pretty elite. We've then got, in the Champions League, some indifferent results. The one against Fiorentina, kind of annoying. We dominated the game, we deserved to win. Against Club Bruges, this one we deserved to win even more. It definitely evened up as the game went on. You can see here they've had 7 shots, but by about the 80th minute mark, they had 2 shots, and it was 2-0, and we just couldn't score. Just one of those days. You can see here that the XG just absolutely rattles out. What minute is this? Can I see what minute that is? Of course I can't. You can also see though, in the Super Cup, we have managed to win the Super Cup. It is our first Super Cup. We've won 2 leagues, 2 Spanish Cups, and now we have won ourselves a Super Cup on penalties. We actually won both rounds on penalties, so a 1-1 draw with Villarreal. We won on penalties. A 2-2 draw with Real Madrid, where we were actually up 2-0 about 70 minutes in, and they came back. Of course they did, it's Real Madrid. And then we won it on penalties thanks to Dennis Simon, who actually ended up getting, like, I don't know if it'll say it here, but he was man of the match in both matches. Yeah, most, down here, it says most player of the match awards in a season. Dennis Simon had 2. He's too good. Too good. Funny. Where all these results have left us though, is we are 2 points ahead of Real Madrid in the league. We've lost as many games as they have lost. If we look at the league table here, after clicking way too many buttons to get there, we're 2 points ahead of them. They've lost 2, we've lost 2. They just also drew 1 against Vigo of all teams, who are down here in 17th. So thanks, Celta. Legends. So we do still, despite having lost those 2 games, we were hoping to have performed better in, I guess. We're still on top of the league by 2 points with only 17 games to play, so that's pretty good. I'm not too bad with that. As for the Champions League, well, I guess because of that Club Bruges result and that Fiorentina result, we're a lot lower than we'd hoped. I was hoping for this season to be like our best performance in the Champions League group stage, and well, it's all gone to absolute dookie, really. Anyway, that is enough of wrap up. Look, I've been recording for 23 minutes. I don't know how much of that is me stuttering and stumbling over my words and glancing over here at my face in the camera. It's very, very distracting. I don't know if any of you guys watching at home, I don't know why I said watching, wherever you are, wherever you might be, ever do this, but it's just damn distracting. Anyway, let's head through to our lineup for this big one against Union Berlin in the Champions League. Alright, so the lineup we're going to go with, it is Dennis Simon in goals, it is Gendry, Simakan, Cuenca and Fran Garcia across the back line. A midfield pairing of Miretti and Adrago. Attacking midfield will be Rooney Baji. Oscar is the number 10 because he wants to play more, so I'm playing him. And Matty Elachotu on the left, in behind, of course, Matthijs Tel. A number of reasons for a number of the selections, I guess the weird ones being Gendry and Cuenca perhaps. The reasons being Cuenca anyway. The other options for centre-backs are Nyonzu, who's injured, Diedhu, who's unregistered and we can't register him until after this round. No, yeah, after this game, when we get through to the knockout round. And then Amy's suspended, so we're sort of stuck, really. And then Gendry playing is because Amy's suspended and Simakan is playing centre-back. So, look, it sort of makes sense. I've gone for Fran Garcia over Rodriguez just because I want to get Fran Garcia more playing time. At the end of the day, he's only got 18 months left on his deal, so he might end up being one that we need to sell on this summer or something like that. We'll see. We do have other left-back options coming through. There's a good, I think he's Colombian fella, maybe, who I think he's Colombian. He's been playing for the national side. He's a left-back. He's not as good as Enzo Rodriguez, but he does have like either 4.5 or 5-star potential, so you know we're going to have to use him. We're going with the tried and tested Miretti and Adrago pairing in midfield because I think that's our best midfield pairing. It also lays a solid base for Oscar to get in there and get himself some game time and hopefully put in a good performance. Let's head through. Let's absolutely do this. I am loving life. I've only selected 10 substitutes and I don't care. It is absolutely steaming hot in this room because usually I record prior to having this thing where I am. I was going to point to it and then I was like, no, I'm in it. How do I point to it if I'm... Anyway, prior to having it, I'd have the fan on like the low setting, just so that I had some sort of air circulating in here. Instead, now it's just me absolutely baking in a room. Why is the stadium empty? What's happened here? Why is the stadium... Why is Emre Can here? I'm very confused. If you're into it... fans or no fans at the stadium, whatever you're into, make sure you leave us a like down below. Please, I'd really appreciate it. I'm getting used to using my hands in videos and trying not to block out the lovely backgrounds that my partner and I have set up back here. I mean, by that, I mean, they were already there. We just sort of moved where my desk was so that I sat here in the middle. Anyway, leave us a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here, comment what you think of the video, what you think of the setup, what you think of football in general. I don't care, just let me know. Let's get into it. We've kicked off here. We'll hit them early with a nice encourage because what better way to start a nice away day in Berlin. Hoping today that we can just make sure of where we are in the Champions League. I mean, the results against Fiorentina, against Club Brugge, kind of annoying. Really games that we should have been winning. A group stage or league phase that we should have done a lot better in. The games against, I think it was Porto and Napoli that we had, I felt like were games that we should, again, have been doing better in. Napoli absolutely dominated us. I think we lost 2-0 and they just absolutely battered us, really. Like, they had the possession, they had the chances, everything like that. Porto, it was a very even contest, and no disrespect to Porto, but I'd like to think that we're above being equal with them. Oh, I don't know what that name was. Malajo or something. Good effort from outside the box. Simakan now playing out from the back. Up to Miretti. Adrago now out to Valentin Gendry. Hoping that we can get a good goal scoring opportunity here. I am very concerned about why there's no fans. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I mean, you can see fans here, but I don't know if that's our fans and there's nothing else anywhere else around the pitch. I don't know. Here's a chance here as Elachotu into Tel. Get in! It is 1-0. It is 1-0, of course it is. It's Matthijs Tel. I mean, it's just what he does. Mistake by some bloke at the back. I don't know his name. Cuenca with a horrid pass. It was not a good pass. And then whoever this guy is, Schmitz, absolutely schmitz it up. Schmitz the bed. Leaves it for Matty Elachotu, who lays it on a plate for Matthijs Tel to do the easiest job in the world. It's Matthijs Tel. He's the World Player of the Year. He's the Ballon d'Or winner. He scored 70 goals in a calendar year. That's how you say it. He's not going to miss those. We moved up to 14th. Another highlight here. Firmino back to Morten Thorsby. Is that his name? Can't remember. He's missed though, so it doesn't matter. He's not special, and neither are any of their players because they're not Matthijs Tel and they don't play for Sevilla. So that's what matters really. Another highlight here, hoping for another absolute schmitz up by one of their defenders. Prass. Did that say Prass or Press? Prass. Jeremy Chan, Firmino. Man, it sounds like it's like Firmino sounds like someone going to say Fernandinho and just screwing it up. So just like Firmino. It's not it. He screws up that. He was through on goal. He probably should have done better, really. And Dennis Simon comes up clutch again, which has been a story a lot more than it should have been. Of late, we've conceded a lot of goals from like teams, you know, they get 2 or 3 shots in a game and they'll score. Very frustrating, but at the end of the day, yeah, what can you do? When we're scoring like 4 or 5 goals in the game, I'm not too concerned really. About to be half time here, we're up 1-0. Have we been better than them? I mean, yes, at creating chances, it looks like by the highlights, and we have created the best chance of the game. You can see we had another good chance here towards the end of the first half. Didn't make it count, nothing really happened. We are going to go again. I don't know if you can hear my partner or my dogs in the background, but I think the dogs are barking, so the partner is yelling at them, maybe? You can also see me and my partner. Where is it? Whoop. Here, there we are. Get very confused with the left and right in this camera. It's a new experience to me, being filmed, talking on film, and also being able to see myself. It's just, anyway, 53 minutes in here. I hope I haven't been too much of a knobhead about this. Anyway, into the second half now. Really a bit of a nothing performance. I mean, there hasn't been too many chances either way, which I'm not entirely mad about, but like I'd happily take a boring 1-0 if it meant that we qualified for the next round. Here's Monchu from range. Mon shooting it over the bar. Sorry about that. It was a horrid effort. It's gone into Rosetto. Those poor no fans in the background. In danger. 61 minutes in now. Firmino back to Thorsby. Out wide to Prass. They are overloading us out wide a lot. Not sure if Rooney Bargi's switched off completely or... Here's another chance. Firmino. Oh, down to Malejo. I think he might be off... Oh, no. I don't know. I think he's onside. I'm going to say I think he's onside. I think this is a goal. And we're going to ring the changes. It is a goal. It didn't even do the proper thing. Emre Can lifts the ball to the back post to Malejo, who wins it over Fran Garcia. Simon can't then clear it. Cuenca can't get there. And between Firmino and Malejo, they get the ball in. And it is 1-1. Away at Union Berlin. We should be playing better than this. We are going to take Cuenca off because he's just buns, isn't he? He's just not good. He's not good. We are putting on Luis Enrique at right wing. We are going to put him in the attacking role. Winger on attack, of course we are. We're then going to also bring on Cody Gakpo because you can't really go wrong with that sort of quality of player. Bringing him on for a younger player that, look, Mariela Chortu, hit and miss. He's not quite got that consistency of performance down yet. Being 20 and, you know, in and out of the side, it's probably been hard for him, and I get that. That's fine. I'm not stressed about it. He'll come good. Look at how good he is, you know. Look at how good his attributes are, really. 70 minutes in now, nothing really happening still. Alright, we're going to change things up a bit. We're going to stop playing out of defense. We're going to go in transition, move it up the pitch a bit quicker, and defending. Can stay how it is for now. We've got 2 subs left to make. We'll bring off a Draugo for Malero, and we'll move Mr. Oscar back. And then for our last change, what do we do? How do we win the game? How do we win the game with the subs we have? We've got Callum Wendo, but then I feel like taking Matthijs Tel off it's never really going to win us anything. I don't know. It's like the way forward seems like keeping Matthijs Tel on. And then don't have another right back, so we can't really take Gendry off. Unless we were putting on Nyonzu for him and moving Simbakan out. Don't like it. Alright, what we've gone with is we're bringing Venancio on for Miretti, hoping that maybe with Venancio playing here, we'll put him as his preferred role and everything. He can play as a ball-winning midfielder. Hopefully, do exactly that and win the ball for us more than we have been, and get the ball forward quickly to our players who can go forward and create and hopefully grab us a winning goal. Here's Oscar with the free kick to the back post, not won cleanly. Now they are on the counter through Fernandinho, who is tackled by Fran Garcia. Long ball forward from him towards Gakpo. Gakpo now. Surely you passed that. Surely you passed that, Cody, you absolute pill. Why would you not do, like, Matthijs Tel stood there with an open goal. Goodness me. Cody Gakpo, you melon. Alright, Cody Gakpo again. It's going to be the end of the highlight. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks, Cody. You absolute gem. Another highlight here just a couple of minutes later now. Can you go away? Bugger off. Koulibaly now in behind, into the box, just over the bar. All of their fans are absolutely loving this performance, I'm sure. Go with a nice fire up. What else can we do? There's only 7 or so minutes left. Go pass into space, hit the early crosses, even more direct. What can we do, man? I mean, we should be beating sides like this, and we're just not. We haven't had the possession, which is fine. I'd like to see us further up the pitch, like the gap here between our midfield and our central midfielders isn't... What? Between our central defenders and our midfield, don't really love that. Maybe that's part of it, but at the end of the day, it's a 1-1 draw away from home. We should be better than that. That's it. That's all there is. We should be better than that. Alright, all is not lost. We've been qualified for the knockoff playoff round. What? That was... Knockout playoff round. I can't talk, man. I don't know what's up. So I guess at the end of the day, we've made it through the knockout round. We've got a hat in the ring, and that's all you can hope for at the end of the day, I guess. Next video, we will come back. Oh, we're going to get all the way down here. I think we'll come back. What have we got? We've got 4 months left, including what looks like an absolutely jam-packed February. That looks gross. How many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in 4 weeks, in 28 days, really, because that's how that works. Or is it 29? Because it's 2028. Is that a leap year? Is that how leap years work? Is that how leap... Anyway, the point is, we're going to come back. I think we've already played Granada this year, so what we'll come back for is this game here against Villarreal. There might end up being better Champions League games around then, but I think why not come back here for Villarreal, and then at the end of the season we'll come back for Real Madrid on the final day, or a Champions League final. I mean, last year we made it to the semi-final. Who knows? Who knows what happens this season? Next video though will be this game here against Villarreal. Anyway guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure you do leave us a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you for sitting through the first experience of me recording a video with a camera. I mean, it feels weird. I feel unnatural. I feel like I don't have like a charisma-y, you know, persona? That's not what I meant. See, that's what I mean. Don't know. And it's very distracting. Thank you though very much for watching. Make sure you do leave us a like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And until next time when we go again against the Yellow Submarine. Peace.